Hey crew, this is a little odd, but this is the pre-intro intro. I messed up. The video is not what you're going to be used to seeing, but I'm going to put it up anyway. The explanation is on the back end. Alright, let's go. Hey crew, it's Pitt, and I'm back on another reaction video. Today we are going to be checking out, your boy Dax has dropped a new one. This is Catch the Rain, and we're going to dig in and see what's up. Everybody with their phone. I know I'd be there just like everybody else. I would be there just like everybody else, recording and doing whatever. But man, sometimes I think about it and it's like, what are we even doing? Like, this is somebody's worst day ever. He just got in a wreck. The car's on fire. It looks like the girl is not here anymore, and he's directly responsible for it. And there's somebody just sitting there recording him on the gurney with the flames in the background where his love is burning. Like, I weep for society sometimes.
The pain never goes away. I suppress these feelings in my chest, then they move up to my neck and decapitate.
That's because you suppress them. That you're not supposed to suppress them. They're supposed to overwhelm you. This is where we got it all twisted, y'all. That's where we got it all messed up. Like, in the moment, absolutely, men, suppress your feelings. When you are in a dangerous situation, absolutely suppress your feelings. But when you are not, when you are safely away from that dangerous situation, fucking cry. Fucking scream. Let it out. Feel it to the marrow of your bones. Make your toenails feel that emotion. Pull it up, screaming from your intestines through your throat, and throw it away because it doesn't serve you anymore. Once you have felt the emotions, you let them go. But if you don't feel them, if you do not let that out, it poisons you and it will decapitate you. That's why. Let it out. Don't suppress it. Let it go.
I'm obsessed with time. I know I can't get it back, so when I catch my hand, it's only half the weight. I smile on Saturdays. The weekend.
I smile on Saturdays.
When I strengthen and deactivate. And then Monday comes around and I relive the same. This cycle is a storm I chase, but I can't seem to catch the rain. It's war when I'm in the booth. Just me inside a room, man. This liquor always tells the truth.
No, it don't. It lies to you every step of the goddamn way. Liquor ain't never told the truth in his life. Liquor can make you less inhibited about speaking the truth, right? But liquor ain't brought you no truth. Liquor ain't never told you no real thing. It may have brought to light some real thing because people are not inhibited, right? But that ain't liquor making truth. Liquor is destroying you. It is allowing you to say the things that you should be saying anyway. If you have to get drunk to express these feelings, they are things that you should be doing anyway. And the only way to grow, the only way to get past that whole situation is to learn how to express those feelings without that bottle to prompt you. Without that bottle to say, it's okay, ruin somebody's life. Because that's how it winds up happening, right? Whenever you finally spew whatever it is you're holding back, because the liquor prompted you to it, you're just mean about it. Well, instead, do it with a logical mind. Think about it and do it correctly. Liquor ain't did nothing for nobody. Nothing for like liquor. That's the funny thing, because without alcohol we would not have civilization, and that is a truth. But liquor is meant to be a reliever of hard times, not a substitute for fixing hard times.
Got my phone inside my hand, but I turned off my notifications because the sight of one could fuck around and change my mood. I hit record. My life's melodic pain they've never heard before. They get addicted to that sound and then I make them more. And now I understand why they say when it rains it pours. Don't want to live my life inside this cage. I'm stuck in retrograde. afraid. As history repeats itself, I seclude myself and ask for space. I think I'm planted in the storm, but I can't catch the rain. Cover up or mask the pain, I think I got it. The pain never goes away. I suppress these feelings in my chest, then they move up to my neck and decapitate.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Like, I love Dax. I love Dax for bringing the issues to light for us to discuss, and I love, like, his musicality. Right? I love everything about Dax. I love the whole way he's operating in this whole thing. He's bringing up to you that this doesn't work. That's what he's telling you. This does not work. Now, he may not see it that way because very rarely does the artist actually understand the trauma that they're working through. Sometimes they do, but he's letting you know right now, this does not work. This is not how to do it. This is not how to get this done. And if you listen to it in that light, listen to it as a don't do instead of a how to, and you might get it all right.
I'm obsessed with time. I know I can't get it back, so when I catch my hand, it's only half the weight. I smile on Saturdays, the weekends when I strengthen and deactivate. And then Monday comes around and I relive the same. This cycle is a storm I chase, but I can't seem to catch the rain. Cause I'm having trouble getting used to me. Cause I remember how it used to be.
Here we go. Like, I get people getting mad whenever I stop the videos, but that's what we're here for. We're here for the discussions. And I spend an awful lot of time talking about the way that the human mind works. I spent an awful lot of time talking about how I fixed myself. And part of that is this, not being able to let go of things, right? There is a reason for that. There is a couple of reasons why that might be. And the SI, which is the remembered experiences of things that actually happened, are being held onto in a negative light. Now, that can happen for a multitude of different reasons, but probably it's along the bottom end of the stack in the last two slots. You probably got an SI in the last two slots. And that's probably what's holding this in place. And if you want to get past that, I have a whole system devoted on working yourself through the stack so that you can take control of this situation and start not having to relive the same day every day. Because that is a trauma response, yes, but it is part of your stack. Like the cognitive functions, they come in and they stack, and each one of them serves a different purpose, and people use all of them all the time, but to varying degrees of effectiveness and actual targeting, right? Like what they're supposed to be for sometimes is the opposite. And it's quite complicated, and I understand that. I'm not going to get into any more, but if you are looking for how to get past this, why can't I let go of this? I have a playlist for it. It's called Infinite Integrations. Check it out.
I meet new people every day, and you see, usually I don't know if they like me or they motherfucking using me, and that's why I'm just closed off and antisocial. In and out of conversations, I'm compensating. My music's my excuse to say I'm vocal. My greatest hits are my worst times compiled. I bottled up and shared to the world, and that's what made them global. And that's the fucked up part, popping prescriptions while giving vivid descriptions to people who clap and listen while you stuck inside a prison, slave to the algorithm.
See, they clapping because they understand. They are so desperately looking for a light out of the fucking darkness. And I know that Dax probably realizes that he's the light in the darkness for a lot of people, but it's hard to know that you're the light in the darkness when you're still in the darkness, right? If you're still fighting the battles and you see these people cheering and clapping at your misery, because that's what this is. He's putting out there his misery, just like I do to y'all all the time. And people are clapping and cheering because they fucking understand. They have been through it too, and everybody thinks that their case is unique and their case is individual, and nobody's ever had this trauma before. Well, guess what, Buttercup? Everybody has had trauma. Now, your particular trauma is unique to you. That is true, because you have unique lessons. But the overarching scope of that lesson, somebody else has been through it. And not just a somebody, but a lot of somebodies. History is long, and people have been fighting the same problems for the entirety of history. And you can either choose to let that shit win or not. You can't fight it. If you are fighting these problems, you will not win against the problems. in a self-defense case, right? You have someone coming at you. What is your goal? Is your goal to box this person, or is your goal to stop this person? Well, if your goal is to stop this person, then you do that. You use whatever force that you deem necessary to put an end to the threat. You're not there to box some random person who is assaulting you. You can get hurt that way. What you have to do is not see it as a fight. It's not a fight. It is a situation, and you have to put an end to the situation. If something is causing you depression, anxiety, any of these things, you need to sit in them. You need to understand where it comes from. And then you need to beat that shit. And I'm not just talking out of my you can go back through my playlist. I've been through this. I understand the mindset that I used to be in, that most people are in. And when you can shift that perception, when you can change the way you look at it, just that little bit, it really does make a difference. You really will start manifesting into your life good shit.
Cope with the mechanisms like liquor and chasing women, but that's what they want. Then you wake up and it's all over. Life is nothing but a vapor. Once you blink, you're older. Your heart gets colder. They meddle in your mind, the system you gave your whole lifetime implodes and starts to corrode you. You looking over your shoulder, thinking how you supposed to get through this life while being sober. You lose composure, get to drinking for the...
And that's the other thing, bro. Like, I used to not be a sober person, right? I never had, like, my addiction was other things, like, but I drank a lot. And you can absolutely get through this life being sober. Now, I speak partially, right, because I'm injured. Y'all know, and if you don't know, I've got a lot wrong with me. I'm a permanently disabled man. There's no surgery to fix me, and unless God himself reaches down and says, poof, I'm stuck like this. And I could either shovel opioids down my throat like the doctor's throwing me, or I can smoke a little bit of herb. I smoke a little bit of herb. If we met face to face, I could have just smoked and you would never know it. It makes me act normal. It doesn't make me all like, what up, dude? It's not that type of thing. So when I speak about sober, it's with that caveat that I use this thing to help me cope with my life, because pain is a very real issue. I wake up at a 7. That's my best day. I wake up at a 7. It's what it is. I'm okay with it. I quit drinking like a long time ago. At first I was telling people, oh, the doctor told me to. The doctor told me to, because I have ulcers and all of that. But that ain't what it was. I was just getting tired of it. And I didn't have the balls to even say that. I don't like it. I got to the point where I can't even really take the smell of it anymore. It annoys me to smell it, but not to the point where I'm going to go around, oh, you shouldn't be judged. None of that, right? But since I have quit, life is so much better. Like, physically, since I quit drinking, like over a decade ago, and since I quit smoking 3 years ago, my life is so much better that it is not even comparable. I can breathe, I can walk, I can talk, I can do things. Now, I can't do them well because I got problems, right? Like, I walk, we're not going to get into it. You can absolutely get through this life without being sober. And it can absolutely be a wonderful thing. But in order to do that, you actually have to deal with the issues that you're trying to hide behind the alcohol. And somebody's mad because I talk a lot. But guess what? This is my channel. We talk a lot. We discuss shit because we're trying to help people get through some shit. I listen to the music afterwards to enjoy the music.
Closure, then you right back in the cycle where those motherfuckers want you safe. The pain never goes away. I suppress these feelings in my chest, then they move up to my neck and decapitate. I'm obsessed with time. I know I can't get it back, so when I catch my hand, it's only half the weight. I smile on Saturdays, the weekends when I strengthen and deactivate, and then Monday comes around and I relive the same. This cycle is a storm I chase, but I can't seem to catch the rain. Dear God, please burn every bridge that makes my life back to pain.
What? That. Did y'all hear that? Like, he just barely mumbled that one. Listen.
But I can't seem to catch the rain. Dear God, please burn every bridge that makes my life back to pain.
Please burn every bridge that leads my life back to pain. Ah, yes, that's a good one. I like that.
Trust that God's gonna lead the way. Amen. I know I'll make it through the storm and through the rain. And I won't break until I see a brighter day.
Alright, so y'all make sure y'all get back over to Dax's page, give him some like, give him a like, share, and a sub, throw him a comment, let him know you appreciate what he does. I sure do. It gives me plenty to talk about. And normally, if an error like what just happened happens, I just scrub the video. If I forget to make the transition, normally I just scrub the video because it is what it is. I'm here to do reactions to the videos. But honestly, we're just here to talk, right? We're here to make the discussion happen. So I'm going to let this one go. I'm going to make another intro to put in the front. Y'all have already seen it, but this is one of the mistakes that I make. It happens. Sometimes this is why y'all don't get to see the video. Because I go through this. I put it out there for y'all. I talk about these things. I expunge my soul and talk about these things. And then I realize that I messed up. And I can't go back and reshoot this. I can't go back and do what I just did again. It wouldn't be real to me. It wouldn't be authentic to me because my reaction and the things that we talk about on this channel come in the moment from me first experiencing the video. I don't watch the music before we get to it because of that. I go back and I watch the video for the enjoyment of it after that because of that. I want that reaction to be us bringing up these things that can help to heal us. And sometimes I make mistakes, especially when it's been a while. I've been off of the reactions for a while because my heart hasn't been in it. Like, I love finding these artists and bringing them to you. I love discussing these topics and I love bringing healing to people. But it's not the easiest thing to do. It's not the easiest thing to find the videos to talk about. It's not the easiest to find the videos that can actually make it to you because a lot of them can't. A lot of them are blocked and restricted, and they're held back from me being able to do this with y'all. So when I can find somebody and I do have the response and I do get to talk about the things, and then I forget the transition, it's tough. It makes it even tougher. This is not the first Dax video it's happened to. I'm gonna put this one up though. This is the falls, right? This is outtakes. This whole video is just gonna be me watching the screen that y'all can't see. And if you want to see what I'm looking at and what I'm talking about, you're gonna have to go back and check out Dax. That's the point anyway. One of the things I do is help to promote these independent artists, to encourage you to go back and see what they do. I genuinely want everybody to click away to that video. Support them because that's what they're doing. Like, this is not my main, like, I love being able to talk about the things, but reactions was always just to build the audience. We're here for the discussions, right? We're here for the bigger topics, and I'm going to continue doing reactions, right? I'm hoping I'm back in the game again, but sometimes I'm going to have to take some time off from it, and that's just part of it too. I want to keep it as authentic and as real and as heartfelt and as true as possible. And sometimes that's going to include showing the mess ups. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes I'll just delete the video. Unless this one goes wild, and then maybe they'll all be that way. Who knows? But regardless, Dax, thank you. I greatly appreciate this. I do, because it gives me a chance to help people heal the same way that you help people heal. So y'all make sure y'all get back over to Dax and give him a like, share, and a sub. The description box always holds the link to the crew. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me, and I am praying for you every single day. Until next time, I love you. You are perfect, whole, and complete just the way that you are. God loves you too. You're perfect, whole, and complete just the way that you are. And this has been Pitt State. Peace.